Hey guys, what's going on? This is Juan Morin with Tejano Nation, and I'm here with Mr. Carlos Nagami himself. How's it going, Carlos?
Doing great, man. Doing great.
It's you're a busy man, man. It's great to finally catch up with you, man. You just came back from your recent trip from Monterrey. Can you tell us about a little bit about that there?
Oh yeah, it's like being in heaven, man. We had an amazing performance out in Monterrey, and as always, we had an amazing response. We were fortunate to be there with our good friends from Grupo Signo and La Costumbre and Negami, and it was just an amazing crowd, fired up crowd, packed building. Just the energy level is unbelievable.
Yeah, now I understand that Monterrey has a huge Nagami fan base. The fan base is huge over there, man. I mean, how is that? I mean, how is it that you're more accepting over there? Because a lot of artists try to get over there and try to get that what you have. So how does that for you? How does that make you feel?
It's unbelievable. It's sometimes when we go to Monterrey and or even Aguascalientes or Puebla, which is this places where we have really good fan base. Sometimes it's really hard to believe it when we get there and then we see the crowds and the fact that they know all of our music. They sing every one of our songs. They ask for songs from every one of our albums. Um, and every time we perform in Mexico, whether it's Monterrey or Saltillo or uh, any one of those places, we come back and it's like a dream. It's like you come back and it's like, wow, that just happened. And so it's super awesome, man. And how it happened, I couldn't tell you. We started off with Dicen Por Ahí many moons ago, and I think we just little by little we built a fan base. People have really supported us. They follow all of our music. They follow all of our pages, Instagram and Twitter and everything. And it's just I can't explain it. Um, Keep in mind, this is without a record label. This is our own label, my label. This is without money, dishing out money to play you on radio. This is fans that like what we do and they show us love. And I can't explain it, man. All I can say is I'm blessed and I thank God for putting me in that position for me to be able to experience that because it's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
it's amazing. And you talk about the social platforms. I see all that stuff. I see all the videos and pictures. I'm like, wow, it's very impressive. Very impressive. Now you talk about you go back many moons ago. I mean, can we touch a little bit about that? You were part of another band.
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about that and the origins of Nagami?
Sure. Well, it all started me as an 18-year-old, fresh out of high school, not knowing what Tejano music was. I mean, I was mariachi. That's what I did. At the age of 8, I started doing mariachi with my friends. We did mariachi music. That's all I knew. Then I was asked to join Latin Image out of Denver Harbor, Texas. Same time that Fiebre came out, same time that Fama came out here locally. And I'm like, sure, you want me to sing Tejano? Let's go check it out. So here I am. I ended up trying out. They liked what they heard. And I ended up being part of Latin Image for quite some years. Under Latin Image, we recorded under Gilbert Velasquez. We recorded under Bob Gallarza and recorded under Abraham Quintanilla. So 3 amazing producers that liked what they heard. And I was fortunate and blessed to be with Latin Image for, way back since 1980, 1988, something like that.
Wow,
So
wow. Now we fast forward. Here we are. 25 plus years in the business. You get that call, the Honda Roots Hall of Fame. What was that like?
it's still, I guess it still hasn't really sunk in. I guess it just time flies. I've been having fun. Whether it was Latin Image, Imagen Latina, Negami, I've been doing what I love. I thank God for giving me the opportunity to sing, and I mean, I'm doing what I love, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. And then for someone to have thrown my name in the hat and consider me to be inducted into the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame, I'm like, wow, that's super awesome. Um, it hasn't sunk in. I think it'll probably sink in when it actually happens in January sometime. Um, so that's pretty neat, man. I think it really shows that people have noticed what I've done, whether it was good or bad, whether some people like it or not. I think the fact that I've been doing this for over 30 years has got the attention of someone, and I'm very blessed and thankful that someone noticed what I've done. So.
Well, as a fan, just big congratulations, well deserved. I mean, I've been to a lot of your shows, and I love the music, and it's great. You guys are very entertaining. You put on a great show, and the fans will get to see that too, because you got something that you've done for the first time. Your live CD DVD, and I know it's been in the works a little bit. Can you fill us in? Can you update us on that project there?
Man, it seems like that project is like the never-ending project. This was, again, I mentioned earlier. This is no record label that came in and brought in a crew and brought in trucks of video equipment. This was all in-house. We did all this ourselves with support and help of a lot of people that pitched in. But it was an amazing project because we did it in a theater. We didn't do a club. We did it in a theater where we did some nice scenes, and we even put a truck I'm giving that away, but we put a truck on the stage, and it's a very large task, and we're almost at the tail end of it being completely done. It is going to be an hour and 38-minute video, so it's large. It's a large file. We have released one song off of the live one, which is Como Duele, and we're hoping and we're crossing our fingers that before Christmas, before the end of the year, we'll be able to release the entire thing. For sure, audio will be released, for sure. And we're hoping and crossing our fingers that the DVD itself will come out at the same time. But we're going to be releasing as much as we can. But we're proud, first one ever, after 20 years of Grupo Negami, to be able to get together and do a live CD, live DVD in front of our family, in front of our friends here in Houston, our fans here in Houston, at home. I think it's a blessing. So we're excited.
Definitely excited. Looking forward to that project there. You're also you talk about Christmas, and you are part of something so amazing. Your contributions to the community are without a doubt some of the biggest around, and a lot of people don't know what it is that you do, but you put together a toy drive, and it's probably the toy drive to be a part of, and a lot of people don't know about it, and a lot of people, and I'll tell you something. Several years ago, on Muscatine, in Cloverleaf area, there was a family, and there was a caravan that came through, and they were honking and stuff like that. And my kids went out there, and little did I know, full circle, years later, you were part of that caravan. It was your toy drive that helped make my family's Christmas that much more special.
You didn't share that with me before.
I didn't share that.
That's
and that, when I put one and two together, I realized it was Carlos.
Wow.
It was such a beautiful thing. and you're the 11th year of this toy drive. Can you tell us about that, please?
I can. Toy drive, it's different. And I know you hear toy drives everywhere. A lot of people do toy drives, and I encourage it. Every bit that anyone can do to help someone else, help another family, or help a kid, and do it, please. I think it's great. My toy drive, this is the 11th year. It started off small, basically because I'm in education. My wife's a teacher, and I knew the need up close and personal. I knew of families that were having a tough time in Christmas, were having a tough time paying bills, much less buying toys and gifts. Some of us are blessed. Some people may not show it, and they don't have the money to buy a gift for their kids. And I found out firsthand about several families that were going through some tough times. So that year, when it started, within 2 weeks, I put together a toy drive. I said, man, I got to do something. So we put together the very first toy drive, asked bands to come in and play. And then we gathered toys, we wrapped them, and then we gave them out here in the Houston area. And after that, I was like, I was addicted. I'm like, I have to do this. So it got bigger and bigger and bigger. I was doing the math, and we have served, I would say, anywhere between 7,000 to 10,000 kids in the 10 years we've been doing this. And that's just a very generic number. I'm sure it's more. Because we give out to a lot of schools in the area, and then we go to the streets, like you said, and we give them out. That's the difference between our toy drive and maybe others. People do toy drives, and they'll give them to someone else, to another organization, and then there it gets filtered down to Lord knows where they go. I'm sure they go somewhere great. What we do is we give them out ourselves, because I like to be able to hand these toys out to kids in needy areas. And sometimes parents will come and tell us, man, thank you, with tears in their eyes, saying, I wouldn't have had a Christmas if it wasn't for this gift. And again, and I'll always say, and I'll tell you, and I'll say it over and over, it's not about Negami. It's not about any of the bands that play. It's about kids. So this is near and dear to my heart. And I want to keep on going. As long as God gives me, I'm going to keep on doing this with the support of so many people here in Houston, bands and people that volunteer. So I want to invite everybody. Our toy drive this year is Saturday, December 7th. So if you're watching this video, December 7th is our toy drive in Houston. Stop by, bring a toy. There's great bands performing. We have Santa Claus. We have food. I mean, you can't get any better than that. We're going to transform this building. Every year we transform it from just a plain building into a Santa's Wonderland. So I hope that some of you that are watching can please join us and stop by. Even if you stop by for 30 minutes, drop off a gift. We'd love for you to stay. But if you can just drop by, drop off a gift, we'll take it. We appreciate it.
That's amazing, Carlos. We thank you for your contributions to the community, sir. We thank you for your contributions to the music. Is there anything else you want to say to cap off this interview?
One thing I do want to say in reference to Toy Drive and community, one long-term goal that I've had for a long time was to finally create my nonprofit organization. So we have Negami, we perform, we do our thing, but I just got final confirmation that my nonprofit went through. So as of this coming year, it's called Inspiring Young Minds Through Music. So my goal with the nonprofit organization is not only to do toy drives, to give to families, to communities, help out communities during Christmas. I want to be able to do it throughout the year through the Inspiring Young Minds Through Music, whether it's through motivational talking, motivational speeches, having music to inspire kids. A lot of kids, sometimes they're stuck with this. They're stuck on their phones, and sometimes we can't get their attention. So we want to get their attention. If it's music, who doesn't like music, right? We're going to use music and bring them in and inspire and talk and motivate. And hopefully that we can do a lot more throughout the year, not just during Christmas. So Inspiring Young Minds Through Music, be on the lookout for that. And I guess to cap it off, I want to thank Tejano Nation for all the support you give Tejano music. You support not only big bands, you support little bands, new bands, and without Tejano Nation and people like yourselves, we couldn't continue. So on behalf of myself, Grupo Negami, thank you, Tejano Nation, for what you do, and we appreciate this opportunity.
Thank you, Carlos. Thank you.
Thank you.